Today, my client, Mr. Saltyball, is being accused of swallowing a man whole in the middle of Times Square. Warning. The court case you are about to witness is utter chaos and should be a testament to why our court system is so deeply flawed.
You may begin with your opening statement for defendant Mr. Saltyball.
I'd like to paint you a picture. Imagine yourself in Times Square with your family and your friends, and all of a sudden this man, you so-called beautiful, decides to open his mouth, unhinge his jaw, and swallow an entire child right in front of everyone in Times Square. Now, that's the most disturbing thing I've ever heard. Imagine seeing that.
Prosecutor, I'm sorry to interrupt, but you say a child, but in the accusation you call out a man. So I see some discrepancies in the story already. Which one is it?
It's a man-child, sir.
It's a man-child. I see. I see. All right, continue. I see no issue.
25 years of age, still living in his mom's basement playing video games.
I'm assuming you have evidence against...
Oh, hold on. No,
How do I
that's
do
just
the
the
evidence?
opening that's just the opening
You
statement.
are
I was
coming
just asking for opening
and
statement.
saying some wild hearsay about my client, and I would like to say that unless you have evidence to back up anything you just say, I don't know why we should take it any more seriously than we do a frog on a pony.
Present your evidence.
Okay.
Ah, I see. I see.
Big one.
And
Those
how
are my
does
two
this
biggest piles of evidence.
tied to the crime?
He only eats raw meats. And what is exactly is a human being in the middle of Times Square? That is a piece of raw meat, sir. And I will tell you, if you are, and as to my second piece of evidence, if you notice, dogs can sense good and bad people. I think a dog would sense that this man eats an entire person whole, a man-child. I think dogs would sense that and say, no, we don't want this. We don't want this.
I think I'd say you're correct. Yeah. All right. Yeah.
That is unbelievable hearsay. Unbelievable
the
hearsay.
evidence you're bringing. All right, attorney. What say you in your rebuttal?
Well, starting off, as you can clearly see, the prosecutor has something out for my client. He was tripping over his words immediately. He did not know where to start. He clearly just has it out for him. He called him a child. He called him a man in the same sentence. He's clarified by saying it was a man-child, but you could tell he was on the ropes. He was trying to think of anything to make his story make sense. Already, bad look. Bad look. You say he only eats raw meat. That is true. I have had time to confer with my client. That is true. He is very conscientious of what he puts in his body. He does not trust no one. He specifically does not trust people. And if he has so much distrust for people as to only eat raw meat because he doesn't trust anyone else to cook it, why would he trust another person to be eaten, I might ask? I don't know about you, I don't know about members of the jury, but I, for one, would not trust a random person is clean and is ready to be eaten. So already, a wild accusation. And dogs don't trust him. Sure, dogs don't trust him. That's because he eats dogs. But I ask everyone here in the court, is it a crime to eat a dog? I think not. I rest my case.
This is when it's other people's pets.
It wasn't. It was their strays.
Yeah, we'll move on.
Well, if you
Take
say
this
this man is such a heinous man, then might I ask the court, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, why does he donate all of his earnings to charity to the point where he has become homeless?
Prosecutor, do you have any form of evidence to suggest otherwise?
Yeah, look at him. He's shaking in his boots.
Let me go dig into my evidence.
You're pathetic. You
Get in
prosecuted
my evidence
piece
bag.
of shit.
I think this piece of evidence will just solve it completely for you.
He is Markiplier.
Is that all you have to say?
So he's a masochist. He eats only raw meat. And that does kind of line up in terms of eating other people, I would say. The prosecutor's been providing a lot of evidence. The attorney's been falling on the short side of that plot. So what we'll do is we'll call the attorney's witness, and we'll have them provide some evidence alongside that witness.
Well, starting off, you said masochism and only eats raw meat lines up with being a cannibal. But I would like to ask you, before I get to my witness, sorry, I will get to you in just 1 second, my lovely, beautiful witness of a dog, that he is a masochist. And that means
You see, he hates him already.
he enjoys pain himself. Not enjoys, zero part of being a masochist enjoys giving pain to other people. He maybe has eaten a bit of himself, as curiosity, but my client, Mr. Salty Balls, would never in his life ever eat another person. That is
I would love if
unbelievable,
Mr.
and he
Salty
is a
Balls
good
ate
man.
me.
And you say dogs hate him, and yet I come here with my witness, a dog who loves him.
Attorney Rain, once again, I have asked for your witness and the evidence that your witness has provided for you, and I have not seen this evidence.
Now,
Uh-oh, breaking news, breaking news!
breaking news.
Attorney Rain from NYC, man-eating case, allegedly high as fuck. Oh!
You can't prove that. That's hearsay.
see.
That's liable, and that's hearsay.
Whoa.
Mm-hmm.
You say my client is a masochist. That is true. And that is only because of his rough upbringing. Upbringing that taught him to be a good man, a trustworthy man. And he had to do all of this on his own. Get his own job, leave his house at 16, start a business, start a family, a good family. This is a hard-working family man, and he did this all
Somebody pooped.
without a father.
Somebody pooped their pants.
And that just kind of
Attorney Rain.
shows the character that Mr. Salty Balls is. He is a good man. And despite of many challenges that may come forth here today, like this
There's that
court
guy.
case, that is
That guy shit his
unbelievable.
pants.
This prosecutor is coming at him with a clear hatred for him.
All right,
Mr.
doggo,
Salty
go back.
Balls stays a good, honorable man. Because he had to teach himself those lessons from day one.
All right, Attorney Rain.
I rest my
Attorney
case.
Rain, I need to discuss something further.
Right.
This man is a family man.
He
You
is a
say
family
that
man.
He is built up from nothing and provided himself and his family a home.
That is
But
right.
then you also say that he has donated all of his money and is homeless. So you are too making discrepancies in your story.
Judge,
What say you?
are you blind?
in your defense?
Take a look at this man. He is clearly quite aged. He is a man who has lived many lifetimes. His family, which he has had and is a lovely family man, is quite old now. They have kids of their own. He is a grandchild. He does not need to support them because he has already given them everything they need. So he chooses to donate it all.
I guess that's fair.
Now,
Why did things have
here's
to
the
get
key.
political
Here's the
when
key
I
part
judge?
that everyone doesn't realize. Now, as you can see, the evidence I just posted.
Let me
He
cross-examine
knows
the
the cure
witness.
for cancer. He knows the cure for cancer. Here's the thing. This is something that's not been told yet. How do I add this piece of evidence? He eats cancer. That's
eat
what he does.
cancer.
He eats cancer. And so his way of curing cancer is a very simple one. He's going to eat everyone with cancer.
Now, as a rebuttal, you say he is trying to cure cancer. That is true. He is working on the cure for cancer. That is where all of his donations, all of his time, all of his money and effort goes to, is to cure cancer. It is his life's work.
Where's the evidence? I'd like you to provide the evidence,
Just
and we can call
hang,
the president
hang
back.
on. Fuck, why was I going with that? Fuck, dude, I had a whole thing. God damn it. That is true, that he is working on the cure for cancer. And you say that his work is to eat the cancer. This man has supernatural abilities where he can absorb cancer.
Eaters.
And he has not tested it on any humans, not yet, but he has taken the cancer out of 17 dogs. Now, is that not a miracle? The fact that this man can
And
take
where are these
cancer
dogs?
out of
Where
dogs.
are these dogs? Can we see them?
Can I bring up my
Where do we find these
can
dogs?
I bring up my witness?
You may allow to bring up your witness. God damn it, Caden.
Now, dog,
I am
in
the dog.
in one bark, can you clarify for the court that you did in fact have cancer?
Woof.
Now, in another bark, can you clarify that it's missing? You've been looking for it, and you don't know where it is, since you have, in fact, met Mr. Salty Balls. In one bark, please.
Woof.
Thank you, that'll be all. And this man has found all of this inspiration, every last bit of it, in the bottom of a paint can. And that is why he is here today. And that is why he may look a little unhinged to some, but knowing his backstory, knowing his history, knowing his rich, deep-rooted, honest, good heart of a man that he is, makes
Okay.
it all worth it. Makes it all worth
So
it.
let me ask. Let me ask the court. Okay, hold on. Stop. Everybody. Fucking Christ. So,
I'm
Attorney
a
Rain,
good lawyer. What's up?
you're saying
No.
for this man, instead of curing cancer by eating all of humanity with cancer.
He has only tested it on
He is
dogs.
eating only the bad part, tested on dogs. And we can only attest to this by a dog woofing once,
And
two
the
times in a row.
numerous science papers that I have.
Where are those? Okay,
Okay,
I
let
would
me.
like to see those science
You would like to
papers.
see these. You'd like to see these. Yes, as you will see. It is right here. He is the CEO of the Cancer Curing Foundation.
Isn't that bad? I believe
the
that's
tagline
bad.
says that's bad. The tagline says that.
Now, under normal circumstances, being a CEO, you think Apple, you think Disney, all soulless corporations, but this corporation, Mr. Salty Ball Corporation, is a good corporation. Only goal in life, to solve cancer and remain unprofitable, because may I remind the court, he is homeless and has no need for money. He has lived the money life. He gives it all up. He is, sure, you say CEOs are bad. He is the best CEO because he takes zero home. He only loses, and yet he keeps on giving. And yet here today, you are trying to take his good name and smear it through the mud, and I will not stand for it.
I think this is an important piece of information.
I see.
Shoe prints at the scene of the crime.
How and how exactly is that important with these shoe prints? This is Times Square. There are a lot of shoes, a lot of people.
You see, in the morning of that beautiful morning, there was the man that was being consumed. While he was a man-child, yes, he wasn't an ordinary man-child. He was indeed a cement worker. And he was indeed pouring cement that day on the ground. And that is when Mr. Salty Ball walked up behind him and swallowed him whole.
I'm assuming you have
And that
evidence.
is why you see.
I'm assuming you have evidence for that.
Of course
crazy
I do.
claim.
Of course I do. My evidence is as set forth. I have provided all the evidence. I believe my client is guilty as sin as charged. He is guiltier than something that is guilty.
May I rebuttal?
Hold on,
May I rebuttal?
These shoe prints, they were in the concrete, but were they of the man-child or of Mr. Salty Ball here?
It was two sets of shoe prints. One was in front and one was behind.
May I ask a
The
question?
key thing that makes this very curious is the one in front was not quite as imprinted in the cement. It was only just slightly imprinted, whereas the one in the back was firmly locked down into the deep muck of the cement as he shoved his body down, as he opened his jaw and swallowed, adding to the weight of his body.
May I ask a question?
The lower intestine dropped whatever that guy is called. It dropped him another pound, which sunk his feet deeper into the cement. This is a fact.
Prosecutor,
Go.
what size feet is my client?
He's about 8.5.
You'd say on the smaller end.
Oh, definitely.
He has tiny little minuscule feet.
Tiny-feeted little man.
Yeah. So my evidence here today is that those footprints could not have been my client because his feet are way too big.
Oh!
Oh my
Oh
god!
shit!
Whoa, now that's some pretty damning evidence right there.
I rest my
attorney.
case.
See, as I said before, he eats the cancer, and when he does consume, the cancer causes his feet
What does this have to do with the feet,
expand.
prosecutor?
Okay.
Expanding
All right.
feet.
Prosecutor, attorney.
There's a
I need you
chemical
to-
reaction
I need-
to
I need
eating.
you- order in the court.
Don't
Order
change
in
the
the court.
subject.
All evidence has provided. Anything else will be nothing but anecdotal evidence and cannot be used in such as court.
I gotta take a
Seeing
shit.
the evidence that I see here today, I can't help but be on Mr. Salty Ball's side. Now, there are some things that I would like to cover. Rain, attorney,
Yes.
you say his feet are way too big.
Yes.
Well, let me ask you something.
Yes.
If you are in a wet, viscous substance and you pull your feet out, especially if you are in as deep as the prosecutor says, will you be leaving a perfectly perfect shoe print.
His shoes are
Or maybe
15 and
that
a half.
concrete collapse in on itself.
His shoes are size 15 and a half, and you can check the evidence. The concrete did harden a little bit. It did maybe shrink to 14 and a half, but there is no one else with a foot size even close
No,
to the
what
size
I'm
of Mr.
saying
Salty
is
Ball.
that the... Alright. I see. Alright. Again, a lot of anecdotal. I guess, you know... Not guilty.
Let's fucking go!
Oh.
I finally win one!